Puck at the side of the net. Now Brace has it. Ask her if that's better. Is it better? Is it? Here's a shot that's flex to the corner. Tillery grabs it. Better now? Okay. Sorry about the audio there. Had a loose connection. Got that fixed. Emily chips at it. Puck in the corner. Emily lost the stick. Stars get it back to center. Number 25. Tried to spin it back in, but it was Tillery denying that. Off the boards. Number 21 with it. Skates it in front of his own net. Held in by Riggs. Riggs had the puck come back to him. Plays it in the slot area. Or sent back out and down the ice by the Saints, and that'll be whistled for an icing. 10:17 to play opening period. Face off to the left of the Saints goal. Off the face off right out in front. Here's the shot that's deflected. It goes into the corner. Grabbed there by the Saints, clearing attempt. Ahead to number 9. Take the big chick hit by Spiker. Puck behind the net up the left wing wall. Banked off the boards. Swan reaches back, grabs it, and ties it up as a skate. Now able to send it in. Runs in one of the Saints right in front of the Saints bench. Puck comes up near side. Back to the point. A nice stick lift by one of the Stars into the slot area. Bouncing puck through the slot area. Picked up at the top of the circle. Now played along the board. Stars keep it in. Swan with it. Tried to get around the defender. Got knocked off the puck there. Good defensive play by the Saints. Up the boards. Schutzler battling number 20. He'll spin it up the ice. It's kept in by Glendenning. His shot's wide of the goal off the boards. Comes up left wing side. Hicks throws it in the slot area off a stick. Picked up there by Buckland, the Saints captain, still in the zone. That hit Hicks. Hicks trying to center it. That was denied. Hicks gets it back. Hicks throws it in the slot area, intercepted by the Saints. Clearing attempts held in by the Stars. Here's a shot in. Stick save. Rebound comes right out in front and cleared down by the Saints, and that'll be an icing call. Another good opportunity there for the Stars. Saints control the face-off, but the puck poked away. It rolls through the slot area. Picked up there by Valentine, up to Jones. He got spun around, but Buckland takes the loose puck. Buckland with a burst of speed, fan down the shot. The puck rolls behind the net. Jensen cycles it back around behind the net. Right wing side. Jones with the centering pass. Comes back to the point here. The shot right on. Save made. Rebound out in front. Still loose. And now Brace has got it covered up. Emily sends it around. It's McIntyre and Sanders along the board. Sanders chips it ahead. Had it taken away. The puck's still in the zone. Here's McIntyre with it. Left wing boards. Plays it up. Here's number 14. Valentine with a shot. Great save by Brace. Back come the Stars the other way. They got a 2-on-1. Morton with it. Morton throws it to the net. Deflected just wide. Trying to get Sanders, who was set up on the opposite side of the net. Pass was there, but Sanders couldn't get a stick on it. Saints dig it out of the pile. Back behind the net. Along the boards, the Stars able to keep it in. Emily with it. He'll throw it to the net. That's wide of the goal. Puck Kieran's up the right wing side. Sanders and number 51, McIntyre, bump as they go into the boards. Sanders comes away with it. Backhands it toward the side of the net. Riggs puts a body on a Saint. Morton has it. Morton throws it right into the slot area. It's intercepted, and back the other way come the Saints. Valentine up the right-hand side. Still with the puck. Lost it there. Picked up by Emily. Emily, long pass up to Riggs, up the right-hand side. Cutting back towards center. Now takes it wide. Oh, tried to play it back, but the Stars are making a change, and the pass is going to go all the way back into the Star zone where Tillery chased it down. Forecheck by number 21. Backhanded out of the zone by Tillery. Bouncing puck hit a shin. Gorder. Oh, Gorder took a stick way up high, and he's down. Now we got the whistle as Gorder took a stick right up around the face. And it looks like he got another. Now Gorder's up. He's appears to be okay, but yeah, it took a stick up high, and I'm not sure the referee saw it. One note on the Kansas City Stars roster, Carson Reuter is not in the lineup today. He's suffering symptoms from a possible concussion from yesterday's game, so he is over on the bench in street clothes, so we hope he's okay and ready for next week's action. Gorder back to the bench, appears to be okay. Glendenning chased it around behind the net to Tillery. Tillery off the boards up to Schutzler. Schutzler gets it ahead to Spiker. Spiker with a nice move. Spiker with a wrist shot and a great save made by the Saints goalie. Great opportunity there for Truett Spiker. But the Saints goalie making a fine save and doing a good job of not allowing a rebound. Face-off will be to his right. Play to the corner. Wilson sends it up the board. It's going to be held in by Glendenning at the right point. He'll send it toward the net. That hit traffic out in front. Back the other way come the Saints. Here's Wilson chasing it down at the circle. Puts on the brakes. Tillery fell down. A shot, and that's going to be gloved by Brace. Tough angle shot. Brace saw it all the way into the glove. Saints getting the scoring chances. Tillery blew a tire at the bottom of the circle. Buckland backs it, hands it toward the net. It goes wide of the goal. Right out in front and poked away nicely by Grant. Kept in by Buckland. Buckland with the puck. Buckland to the backhand, brings it out in front, gets stood up right in the slot area. Puck still loose. Stars come away with it. Gorder plays it ahead to Swan. Swan with Grant cutting to the center. Swan takes it behind the net, still with the puck. Back to the point to Hicks. Hicks gets around the defender, plays in the slot area, but the Saints come away with it and get it back into the Stars' end. Jensen chases it down at the circle. Circle to circle over to Hicks. Hicks ahead. McIntyre stepped in front of that. Here's McIntyre with a shot that was blocked in front by Hicks. Stars get it out. Gorder picks up the puck. Gorder gets around one defender. Gets tied up there. Had the puck taken away. But the Stars regain possession as the puck comes back in their own zone. Hicks circles it around in front of his net. Hicks up the left-hand side. Now cuts to the center of the ice over to Gorder, who sends it in on net. That's going to be, now the referee said play it, and we continue on. Shot ahead. Here's Buckland with a nice move. Buckland had it knocked off his stick, though. Chased it down with Jensen. Buckland gets the puck. Gets tied up in the boards by a couple of Stars. Loose puck squirts out to Gorder. Gorder flips it high in the air, trying to get it to Sanders. Sanders able to send it deep. Behind the net, number 61 grabs it for the Saints up the boards. Sanders and one of the Saints tied up there. No, another Saint in on the play. Number 61 with it. Brings it out to the far side and chipped down the ice. And this is going to go in on Brace, who leaves it for Emily. Emily off the board for Sanders. Backhand pass to McRae. Here's McRae with Morton. McRae with a shot. Save made. And the goalie will cover the rebound. Oh, and they're gonna call McCray for putting his stick in on the goalie. That looked pretty innocent to me, but the official said otherwise, and McCray's going to go to the box for slashing. Time of the penalty, 10:35 of the first period. And the Saints will go back on the power play for the second time in this game. And they were able to convert on their first opportunity. Stars making a late substitution. Referee was over explaining to Josiah McCray what he did. Buckling off the faceoff with a shot. Save, rebound right out in front. It's deflected up over the net. And sent the length of the ice by Tillery. I got a race for it. Spiker on the forecheck. Gets there first. Spiker throw it right out in front, but nothing but Saints there. Now we got a whistle. We got a penalty call. And this is going to go against the Saints. An interference call against Buckland. And we will play 4-on-4 for a minute 45. And then the Saints will go on a brief power play, barring any other penalties. Time of that penalty, 10:51 of the first period. Great forecheck by Spiker. Got the puck out in front and created the penalty. Now we got a misfire on the puck drop. It comes back to the point. Here's a shot. They score! Jackson Tillery off the faceoff with a wrister that beat the goalie to the glove side. And the Stars have taken a 2-1 lead with 4:05 to play in the first period. Tillery, second of the year, gives the Stars a 2-1 lead. I'm not sure why they cleared the one penalty. It should still be 4-on-4. No, I know why I didn't put the... I didn't put the Stars penalty up there. Now we got a bit of a delay. The referee over at the scorer's table discussing something. I think the problem is they took the penalty off. They took the Saints penalty off the board. Now they got to put it back on. So yeah, a minute 55 left in that penalty. A minute 40 left on the penalty to McCray. So a minute 40 of power play time. Spiker with the puck. Spiker along the boards, gets tied up there, still with it. Had it taken away. Around behind the net comes number 22. That's the other Buckland. There's two Bucklands on the team. But here comes the Riggs. Back the other way. Riggs in all alone. He scores! Jackson Riggs on a breakaway. Rips the puck past the goalie, and the Stars have taken a 3-1 lead. Jackson Riggs, his first goal of the season. Well, we're still 4-on-4 for another minute 17. Here's Gorder. Gorder sends it behind the net. Puck picked up by the Saints. Nice pass up ahead to center. Taken there by number 18, his shot. Brace makes the save. The puck to the side of the net. Schimmel chips it out of, or Schutzler rather, chips it out of the zone. McIntyre grabs it there for the Saints. McIntyre puts on the brakes, brings it out far side. Being forechecked by Schutzler, decides to circle it back. Still behind the net. Here's McIntyre, skates it into the Stars zone. Takes a shot from the slot area. It was over the net and off the glass. Back to the point. Davis tees one up. And that is gloved and held by Brace. .256 to play in the opening period. Stars have a 3-1 lead. Off the face off the puck loose there. Grabbed there by Glendenning. Tried to get it to Grant. Deflects behind him. Sent back in by the Saints. Tillery will grab it there. Tillery overskates it. Now gets it up the boards for try to get it to Grant. Send to the slot area. Loose puck taken there by the Saints. Try to get it back to the point, but Grant does a nice job of intercepting that and leaves it for Swan. Swan will chip it in, avoids the defender. Number 61 for the Saints has it. Reverses it far side. Now a pass ahead, intercepted by Grant. Here's a shot by Grant, and that'll be gloved and held by the Saints goalie. Well, the penalty to McRae has expired, so we have 16 seconds left on the Saints penalty. So the Stars now on the power play for another 16 seconds. Here's a shot that was deflected, banked off the boards. Tillery with it. Tillery with a shot along the ice. That was deflected. Swan with it behind the net. Swan back to the point. Glendenning tried to pass it, but got a little too much around it. And now the penalty's expired to the Saints, and we are back at full strength. Here's McRae up the left-hand side. McRae in the zone, but just a step early. Somebody was just ahead of the play. And we'll have a face-off outside the zone. Face-off control by the Stars, but Schimmel sends the puck into the zone. Number 33 along the board. Schimmel picks it up there, takes a bump along the boards. The puck in the corner. Played up. Nice play by the Saints, but it's going to be kept in by Jensen. Schimmel had it, then taken away by the Saints. On the board, Sanders reverses it back behind the net. Puck now to the near side corner. Hoists it up in the air, and we got a whistle as the puck was played with a high stick. And that's going to bring the face-off all the way back into the Star zone. Off the face-off is taken there by Sanders. Sanders with a burst of speed up the right-hand side. He's got McRae cutting toward the net. Sanders sent it in deep. Grabbed there by the Saints. Schimmel doing a nice job. Tried to center it. That was denied. Around the boards. Kept in at the point. Jensen plays it behind the net. Sent up again. Jensen will keep it in a second time. Avoids a check. Like the Saint got the shorter end of that stick. But they do get it out of the zone as Emily plays it ahead. Intercepted at center by Buckland. Buckland had it. Lost it. Now picked up by the Saints and banked off the boards. Into the Stars' end. Emily will take it there. Emily with Whitehead in pursuit. Sends it back to the Saints blue line. Ahead, here's Whitehead. He got spun around as he tried to cut it back to the center of the ice. On a long pass, he tried to get it up to Riggs, who was streaking down the ice, but the pass too far, and it was deflected off the paddle of the goalie and up over the glass and out of play. With 36 6/10 to play in the first period. Back to the point. Hicks throws it in the slot area. Valentine got a stick on it. Saints get away. Here's a pass ahead to number 22, Buckland. Buckland tried to get a shot off, fanned on it. Rebound up to Jones, 77, but a great defensive play by Tillery. And here comes Tillery back the other way for the Stars. Got Spiker heading toward the bench. A shot, save made. Tillery gets it back to the point to Hicks. Cross to Riggs, back to Hicks. Riggs with it now. Leaves it there for Tillery, who was rotating around. Shot blocked to the corner. Tillery puts a body on one of the Saints, but Valentine will pick it up for the Saints and lift it out as the buzzer sounds ending the first period. And our score at the end of one period, the Kansas City Stars 3, the Kansas City Saints 1. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back for period 2. You're watching Kansas City Stars high school hockey. And about to start the second period of play, it's Mid-America High School Hockey League action between the Kansas City Stars and the Kansas City Saints. Stars have the 3-1 lead. It was the Saints getting on top first early in the game on a power play goal, but the Stars quickly answered with 3 goals of their own. It was Grant, Tillery, and Riggs with the Stars' goal. And they have the 3-1 lead. Shots on goal in that first period, 12 for the Saints, 11 for the Stars. No carryover penalties. We're going to start this period with both teams at full strength. McIntosh out the faceoff, banks it off the linesman, who felt that. Back behind the net, it's number 61 with it. Plays it ahead, it hit a player. Grant able to keep it in for the Stars, but lifted the puck a little bit too high and up over the glass. Again, I want to thank all of you watching this broadcast on Kansas City Stars YouTube. And a reminder to subscribe to the channel if you're not currently a subscriber. Schussler plays it around behind the net. It's picked up there by the Saints, but not out of the zone. Emily keeps it in, plays it back in deep. Comes up the near side board. Glendenning along the right wing board, sends it down to the corner. Played ahead by the Saints, but Glendenning keeps it in, throws it down the neck. Paddle save. Puck to the corner. It's Grant and McIntyre battling for it. Now the puck comes loose, picked up by one of the Saints behind his own net off the boards. Kept in by Glendenning, tried to throw it to the net, but fanned on it. Courtier, number 21, carries it into the Star zone. Here's a shot and a save. Made the puck loose, and they score. Brace made the initial save, but couldn't hang on to it. The puck got knocked loose, and the Saints have cut the lead to 3-2. A minute 4 into this second period. Looked like it was Quarter, number 21, with the goal. And that makes it a 3-2 game. Brace made the initial save, but the rebound was knocked in. Here come the Saints again. Here's a shot that's off the glass. The puck caroms up left wing side, cleared out of the zone. We got a race for the puck. Schimmel and one of the Saints player gets there first, plays it off the board. Sanders pinching in, not able to keep it in. Jensen was there as well, but the Saints able to get it out of the zone, and Hicks will bang it off the glass, try to get it to Sanders. Too far. Sanders intercepts the pass at center. Now picked up by McRae. McRae in the zone onside with a shot, and that's steered to the corner by the goalie. Along the boards, Buckland not able to clear it. Jensen sends it around behind the net, picked up by number 15 off the boards. Hit with a high stick, and they're going to wave. Yeah, now they are going to call the icing. I thought they're going to wave it off for a second, but Linesman put her arm up, and we get the whistle. Still can't see who the goalie is for the Saints. I think it's not Bradshaw. He's 41. Schimmel on the faceoff for the Stars. Puck controlled by the Saints. Cleared but not out. Puck along the blue line. Now the Saints do get it out. Picking up the puck is number 22, Buckland. Buckland trying to cut it on the backhand. Had it taken away. The Stars doing a nice job of tying him up. Valentine had it. over to number 77. His shot is lifted over the net, and it goes up and out of play. We don't have the best viewing angle here at Line Creek. We're literally just a couple rows up above ice level and about 5 feet off the glass, so it's kind of hard to see things down in the corner. Payne with it, had it taken away by Tillery. Here's Tillery up the right-hand side with a shot. That hit the chest of the goalie. The rebound comes down in front of him. He'll smother it up and avoid another scoring opportunity for the Stars. Shots on goal fairly even in this game. Right now, the Saints with a one-shot advantage, 15-14. Controlled by McIntyre. Brings it outside of the net. Plays it out to center. Emily with it for the Stars, but Emily almost lost it and able to get it back and then send it in. McIntyre now with the puck for the Saints. Intercepted by Morton. Morton had it and then had it poked away off his stick. Great play by Morton, intercept it, but another great play by the Saints. Here's Wilson back the other way. That was a nice play by Emily. The puck out in front. Saved by Brace. Shot in, and Brace will swallow that one up as we have a couple scoring chances. Now things getting a little chippy at the side of the goal. Now they're going to send Tillery to the box. Not sure what for. Let's see what the call is here. Now the box is open. Tillery hasn't stepped in the box. He's pleading his case with the referee and now decides he's not going to win that argument. And it looks like the Saints are going to be on the power play. Time of the penalty, 2:50 of the second period. Now they're explaining it to Coach Jim Blachowicz. I'm not sure. Not sure Coach Blachowicz is buying it either. Jackson Tillery certainly isn't buying it, but it is what it is. Now they're explaining it over to Saints coach Mark Valentine. Oh, now they've made it a 5-minute penalty. A 5-minute major has been assessed to Jackson Tillery. And Tillery is going to be ejected from the game as he heads to the locker room. No idea what is happening. We don't have a public address, so we don't have any announcement as to what's going on. So I'm not sure. So it's going to be a 5-minute major, and the Saints will be on the penalty for 5 minutes. And a goal does not cancel out the penalty in this situation. A major penalty, you serve the entire 5 minutes regardless. Here's a chance behind the net. Now brings it out back to the point to McIntyre. McIntyre sends it down in the corner. Wilson with it, had it taken away. Wilson gets it back. Takes it behind the net. Still with the puck. Now along the boards, back to Wilson. To Buckland. Buckland had it tangled up in his skate. Gets it back down to number 3. That's Quarter with it. Quarter has one of the Saints' goals tonight, this morning. Back to the point. McIntyre keeps it in. Riggs unable to get it out. Here's a shot toward the net that's deflected to the corner. Now it comes near side. One of the linesmen fell down in front of us, and that got a good laugh out of the Stars fans. Brought out there by Quarter. Had it taken away, and the Stars able to send it the length of the ice. 3:55 left in the 5-minute major to Jackson Tillery. It's being served by Robert Morton, who's in the box as Tillery is sent to the dressing room. Here's a shot, and that'll be saved and held by Brace as the rebound falls in front of him. He puts the glove down and covers it up. Second period of play, 10:55 remaining. Stars with a 3-2 lead. But a big change of momentum here as Jackson Tillery picked up a 5-minute major. And he is going to be out the rest of the game. Schutzler with it. Schutzler tried to get it down. Grant hit it with a high stick, so he's not able to play it. And it's taken there by the Saints. Grant wisely letting the puck go. Take more time off the power play. Now it's Schutzler over to Grant. His shot. That'll be gloved and held. Dropped at the side for Thompson, number 33. Thompson carries it out. Now picked up by Jones. He got knocked off the puck. Good play by Grant to send it back deep into the Saint zone. Pass ahead. Buckland picks it up. Jay Buckland. There's 2 Bucklands for the Saints. He'll take it wide. Gets stood up there by Grant. Still with the puck. Grant doing a good job. Jones in there. Now Buckland digs it out. Buckland trying to make a move on Hicks. Hicks able to get the puck. Now he'll tie it along the boards with his skate. Puck gets kicked loose. Saints come away with it. Buckland with it. He gets bumped in the boards again by Hicks, who knocks him down. The puck comes out front. Here's Thompson with a shot. Save made. Rebound cleared away. Thompson with it. Banks it along the boards. Stars get it and flip it ahead. Schutzler was cutting in loose. Now Schutzler on a forecheck. Takes the puck away. The Stars are making a change, so it's all Schutzler all by himself. Here's Schutzler trying to get it around the goalie, but the goalie got the pad across and covered it. If he'd have got it around it, he'd have had an empty net, and a great play by Justin Schutzler. He took about 20 seconds off the power play and darn near scored a goal. .212 left on the 5-minute major penalty. Saints with the puck. Quarter. Skates it out of the zone. Lost it momentarily. Now regroups. Rossi's pass along the blue line. Tried to get it to Buckland. The pass was off the mark and is picked up there by Schimmel, who sends it back in around behind the net. Gorder on the forecheck for the Stars. Gorder chips it behind the goal. It's picked up here by Quarter. Quarter up the left-hand side. Quarter cuts it through center. Still with the puck. Lost it. Regains possession in front of the Stars bench. Backhands it over to Buckland. That's L. Buckland, the captain. Over to Quarter off his stick. In the zone on side. Wilson plays it to the corner. Regains possession. Oh, nice play there by Jensen to get the puck away and send it the length of the ice. Down to 1:20 left on the major penalty. Schimmel puts a body on number 36. Schimmel bumping along. Gorder in to help out. Play right down in front of us. Puck tied up right here at center. They're still digging at it. Buckland comes away with it for the Saints. Had it poked away and back out of the zone. Saints will have to regroup. Brought back in onside by Payne. Payne's shot is high off the glass. Quarter far side. Plays it back to the point to Buckland. Buckland takes a check there. And Buckland appeared to be a little bit shaken up on the hit by Jimmy Gorder. 8:01 to play, second period. Saints still on a 5-minute power play. 51 seconds remaining on that major penalty to Jackson Tillery. Davis and McCray facing off in the circle. Puck tied up at the circle. Now it comes loose. Shot fanned on. Sanders trying to get it out of the zone. Had a stick lifted. Good defensive play by the Saints. Now the Stars do get it out of the zone. McCray on the forecheck. Puck came loose. But coming back was Whitehead to pick it up for the Saints. Whitehead behind his own net. A long pass up. Tried to get it to McIntyre. Good play by Sanders to break that up. Now the puck sent back to the blue line. Sanders takes a bump by McIntyre along the boards. Puck still in the zone deep in the corner. Now chipped ahead. McIntyre has it for the Saints. McIntyre brings it up. Cross ice pass up too far for Burns, and the Stars able to clear it as we're down to 8 seconds left in the major penalty, and it looks like the Stars are going to kill a 5-minute major penalty. As McCray behind the bench, McCray takes it away. As Sanders out in front, tried to get it to him, broken up nicely by Whitehead. Back the other way comes Whitehead over to number 15. The penalty's over. Stars back at full strength. And that should be a momentum change for the Stars. Here's a pass up to Sanders. Sanders gets tied up. He gets hauled down. We got a penalty coming up to the Saints. Around behind the net, and there's the whistle. And the Stars are going to go on their first full power play. A high sticking call to McIntyre. Time of the penalty, 8:12 of the second period, and the Stars will go on the Fireball power play. All Kansas City Stars power play is brought to you by Fireball, the preferred cinnamon whiskey for all Kansas City Stars high school hockey parents. This will be the Stars had an abbreviated power play earlier in the first period. Gorder one-timer, that went deflected wide. Played around the boards. Jensen will keep it in along the half wall. Jensen back to the point to Gorder. Gorder back down low to Jensen. Jensen skates it behind the net. Looking for a pass. Here's a shot. Save made. Rebound came right out in front, but it's cleared out of danger by the Saints. It was Spiker with an opportunity there, and a nice save by the Saints goalie. Riggs will pick up the puck behind the net. Long pass up to Gorder. Gorder in the zone onside, waiting for some help. Saints able to chip it out of the zone. And now it's fired back in. That went on goal, and Brace had to make the save as Spiker picks up the puck behind the net, now brings it out through center, banks it off the boards for Schimmel. Ahead to Gorder. Got Riggs cutting to the front of the net. Trying to get it to the ring. Here's a chance, and a save made. And Jensen not able to keep it in. A valiant effort, but the puck popped up over his stick. Now Jensen fans on the pass, and the Saints nearly were in all alone. But a good recovery there, and the Stars get it back in the zone. Glendenning with it. Glendenning behind the net. What comes along the boards. Jensen takes a bump by Thompson. Jensen with it. One-timer by Spiker. And a fine save by the Saints goalie. Spiker again over to Jensen. Jensen down low to Gorder. Gorder tried to throw it a back. Here's a shot by Spiker, and that was wide. Jensen at the point. Down low to Gorder. Gorder tried to get into the center to Riggs. Off his stick, comes back to Gorder. Gorder tried to throw it out in front. That was denied. Saints pick up possession. That's Buckland. And Buckland will lift it high in the air, bouncing puck down the ice. And Brace will have to play that to the corner as there are just a couple seconds left on the power play. Now the penalty has expired. The Saints back at full strength. Played across, intercepted just outside the blue line by Quarter. Quarter trying to get around the Saints defender. Got knocked down. Takes a shot. The puck loose out in front. The Stars come away with it. Here's Schutzler back the other way for the Stars. Schutzler trying to get around the defender. A nice play by the defenseman. Jensen sends it back in around behind the net. Swan for the Stars. One of the Saints there. The Saints come away with it. It's cleared around the boards. It'll be held in by Jensen to the point. Sends it down to Schutzler along the half wall. Cross to Emily. Tried to one time. It was off the heel of his stick. Picked up there by the Saints off the boards and out of the zone. The Stars will regroup. Brody Jensen. Back to Emily. Emily with a pass over to Schutzler. Schutzler will send it in deep around behind the net. Kept into the point. Now cleared out of the zone by Wilson. There's a race for the puck. Wilson giving chase with Emily. Wilson gets there first. Wilson throws it right out in front. Paddled away. Puck came out in the slot area. Nice play by the Stars to deny the opportunity there. Back the other way. Swan. Here's Grant with it, but he couldn't control it off his stick. Grant does a nice job, though, knocking the puck down. Grant tried to get it across. Here's a chance right out in front, and that was Swan, but a nice save by the goalie. This is sent back in. The Stars offside. Now they get back onside. Swan on the forecheck. Schutzler also forechecking. Almost got the puck. It's sent in by Raul Zacasio. Hicks plays it up the boards. Buckland pinching in for the Saints. Comes away with it behind the net now. Gates it to the forehand, looking for a pass. Try to throw it out in front, still with the puck. He gets knocked down. Shot was blocked. The puck loose in the slot area. Now squirts to the corner. Back to McIntyre at the point. He'll send it toward the net looking for a redirect. It flexes corner. Thompson picks it up there for the Saints behind the net. Raul Ocasio, he takes a bump by Hicks. Still with the puck, try to stuff it in near side. Brace denies that. Buckland with it, backhands it down to back to Buckland. Here's a shot, and that'll be gobbled up by Brace. Good opportunities there by the Saints as they put a little pressure on the Stars. Schimmel and Buckland squaring off in the face-off circle, controlled by the Stars. There's McIntyre with a shot that was blocked. Rebound by Buckland. He spun one wide of the goal. Thompson pitching in, down low. Centering pass for Buckland. A shot, save. And the whistle. And looks like the puck's underneath the pads of Brace. And one of the Saints got knocked down. We're going to have a penalty to the Stars. I can't see who the Saints player is. He's still down on his back being attended to by the trainers. And we do have a star on the bench. It looks like it's Weston Glendenning, so he will be assessed I believe, a minor penalty. All this occurring with 2:05 to play in the second period. We'll get the, well, and now they're gonna give Glendenning a 5-minute major. And the Saints are going to have their second 5-minute power play, as now Glendenning's been ejected from the game. Oh, wow, a crazy turn of events as now the Saints will have another 5-minute power play. Time of the penalty, 12:55 of the second period. And the Stars are going to be without Glendenning for the rest of the game. They've already lost Jackson Tillery to a game misconduct. Centering pass right out in front. They score. Deflected in out in front of the net, and that beat Brace. And the Saints have tied it. It looked like it was Raul Ocasio who got the goal right off the face-off, and the Saints have tied it at the 13:06 mark of the second period. And because it's a major penalty, the penalty continues. When it's a major penalty, you do not come out of the box when the power play team scores. Here's Quarter with it. Quarter cuts it back to the center of the ice, gets it right on front, and that goes in on goal. And Brace will put the glove down and cover it up. Face off to the left of the Stars' goal, controlled by the Saints. Over to Payne. from the top of the circle. That hit the side of the net. Sanders spins it off. Payne keeps it in along the wall. Payne with a shot that was wide of the goal. He didn't get much on it. Emily doing a good job harassing Wilson. Wilson now brings it out in front, tried to stuff it in on the near side. Brace would have none of that. Now the puck comes right out in front, bounced right through the slot area. Emily backhands it up. Stars still not able to keep it out. Still in the zone. Sanders backhander hit a Wilson. Here's Wilson with a shot. Glove save. Rebound came out. And now McCray finally able to hoist it the length of the ice as we're down to the final minute of play in the second period. Played up for Rouse Ocasio. Leaves it for Quarter. Quarter into the Star zone. Skates it through the high slide area. Sends it around behind the net. Hicks will pick it up for the Stars. Can't clear it. Payne keeps it in. His shot was off the glove of Brace. And Riggs with a nice job grabbing the puck and sending it the length of the ice. That's Post. Post is the goalie. 30 seconds to play in the period. Off the board, picked up by Jay Buckland. Ahead to Jones off his stick. Emily doing a nice job. Gets him tied up. The Stars get it. Can't clear. Right out in the slide area. Here's Buckland with a shot. Save made. Puck loose. A shot. And Brace Scott has that one. It hit him right in the Stars logo and fell in his glove as the Stars having trouble getting the puck out of the zone. And that's turning into scoring opportunities for the Saints, who now have generated a large disparity in shots on goal, mainly due to these 5-minute power plays. Off the face-off, it's sent toward the net, deflects down, and the Stars able to get it out of the zone, and that should pretty much do it for the second period. Played around, Jones has it, and the buzzer will sound, ending the second period. And our score at the end of 2 periods, the Kansas City Stars 3, the Kansas City Saints 3. We'll take a short break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for the third period. You're watching Kansas City Stars High School Hockey. And welcome back as the teams are returning to the ice. We're about ready to start the third period of play. It's Mid-America High School Hockey League varsity game between the Kansas City Stars and the Kansas City Saints. Tie score at 3 goals apiece through 2 periods. I want to first recognize our sponsors. Clarkson Construction, a Midwest leader in delivering innovative solutions for some of the region's largest infrastructure projects. Stars Hockey also brought to you by Global Earthworks and Underground. More than 12 years of mission-critical experience providing expert site utilities, mass excavation, and paving services. And by Crown Realty, family-owned and operated since 1973, the oldest and largest independent real estate firm in the area. We want to thank all our sponsors for their support of Kansas City Stars Hockey. Well, it's been kind of a crazy game. Stars led it 3-1 after 2, but a pair of goals by the Saints tied it. And that second period also included 2 major penalties to the Stars. One on Jackson Tillery for spearing. And then late in the second period, Weston Glendenning was called for a hit after the whistle in front of the net. He was also assessed a 5-minute major, and both those penalties come with game misconducts. So we'll be without their services for the rest of the game. And more importantly, I believe those game misconducts will also carry into the Stars' next game, which is this Friday against the Knights. So the Stars already, without Carson Reuter today, are going to be without the services of Glendenning and Tillery. That second major penalty is still up on the board with 2 minutes and 55 seconds left. The Saints scored early in that power play. The Stars were able to kill the first 5-minute power play, but the Saints have already scored once on this second one, and they have 2 minutes and 55 seconds remaining on that penalty to Glendenning, which is being served right now by Robert Morton. It'll be Riggs opposite Quarter. And the third period underway. The Saints control it. Back to Buckland, the captain. Buckland carries it into the Stars zone. Sends it around behind the net. McIntyre along the boards. Will play it back to Quarter at the point. Down low and intercepted by the Stars by Schutzler. Schutzler trying to get ahead as Riggs was breaking loose. It was off Riggs' stick. Riggs on the forecheck doing a good job of taking some additional time off that penalty. Meanwhile, here's Buckland back for the Saints. Carries it into the Stars zone. Now takes it wide. A nice play by Riggs, and the Stars able to clear it. And now the officials got confused and whistled it for icing, even though now they're deciding where to have the penalties. The whistle should not have blown as the Stars had cleared it. Now they're going to have the penalty or the whistle or the face-off rather at center ice. A big break for the Saints as the Stars were looking to take more time off the kill. Spiker able to pinch it in. Buckland gets it right back. Good poke check by Jensen there. Now Spiker puts a body on one of the Saints. The Stars get possession. Schutzler backhands it up. Jensen had a stick lifted, kept into the zone by the Saints. Now the Stars able to, they said it was in the zone. Now it comes back out. Ocasio has it in, but the Stars send it right back to center. Wilson just inside his own blue line. Wilson leaves it over Buckland. Buckland up the right-hand side. Leaves it there for McIntyre. The Saints would have been offside. Now Buckland with it. Buckland will carry it in, but it hit the skate of Riggs. And that caused an offside as the Saints bring it in with a player in the zone. 1:28 left on the Saints power play. Shots on goal through two periods, 32 for the Saints. The Stars have 19 shots on goal. It was pretty even up until the Stars were hit with the major penalties, and that's when the Saints put a lot of shots up there off the face-off. The puck went in on goal. Post has to play it to the wall. It's taken there behind the net by Saints number 8, who brings it up side. Now backhand pass intercepted by Gorder. Gorder got spun around. Puck poked away. The puck still at Gorder's feet. Now chip back in the zone. Here's Schimmel with it. Schimmel trying to get around the defender. Gorder doing a nice job. Hicks will send it in. The Stars were offside, and they thought for a second they might call icing there, but just because the Stars were still in the zone. Here's Schimmel doing a good job on the forecheck. Sends it back in deep. 45 seconds left on the 5-minute major. Schimmel intercepts it at center, tried to send it in, fanned on it. Picked up by Jay Buckland. His shot, that's steered away by Brace. Center attempt hit the side of the net as Brace was out of position, and the Stars able to clear it. Number 61. Pass up to, that's number 15. It's, can't see his name. Comes back into the Saint zone. Number 4 with it, carries it in. He's got Davis cutting toward the net. That's Payne. Had it knocked off his stick, kept into the point. Here's a shot along the ice. And that kind of fooled Brace as he slid across, but he did get a pad on it. And the Stars able to clear as the penalties expired. And now we got another call here. We're going to have a slashing penalty, and this is going to go against Davis of the Saints. So one penalty expires, and the Stars are going to go back on the power play at 2:59 of the third period. Another fireball power play for the Stars. Their third power play of the game. And back to the point here. Spiker with it. Spiker avoid the defender. Spiker to the high slot. Got tied up there by a couple of Saints. The puck right along the blue line comes out of the zone. The Stars will have to reset. Spiker inside his own blue line. Circles it up off the stick of Gorder. Deep into the Saints end. Spun around. Kept in by Spiker at the point. Spiker avoids one Saint, but not the second one, and the Saints come away with it. That's McIntyre with it. McIntyre trying to split the defenders with a nice move. Lost the puck to the corner. McIntyre chases it down, takes a hit by Jensen. Riggs overskated it. McIntyre gets it back, throws it in. Brace will make the save and leave the puck there out in front. Schimmel with it. Schimmel off the boards. Thompson intercepts it just outside the zone. Puck bounced in, but it would have been offsides. Riggs blew a tire as he tried to skate it into the zone, and the Saints able to clear it. Behind the net is Jensen. Jensen, long pass up to Schimmel. Into the zone, leaves it for Spiker, had it poked off his stick. Saints come back the other way. Here's Buckland. They got a 2-on-1. Oh, a nice defensive play by Jensen to knock the puck off Buckland's stick. Then Jensen takes Buckland into the boards. Around the boards, here's Spiker with it. Spiker. Stars looking to make a couple of changes. Played across to Gorder. Gorder had it poked off his stick. Payne gives chase, but Schutzler will get there first for the Stars. Payne on the forecheck. Schutzler plays it ahead for Spiker. Spiker, his pass hit a skate, deflects down in the corner. 18 seconds left on the power play. Justin Schutzler behind the net, now plays it back behind the net for Spiker. Spiker, long pass up off the stick of Grant into the zone. Payne tried to clear it, fanned on it. Grant comes away with it for the Stars. Right down the slot, here's McRae with a shot that was off the heel of the stick. Centering attempt, that was denied. Now the puck sent to the front of the net again and cleared down by the Saints, and this will be icing as the penalty expired. Teams at full strength and a face-off back in the Saints zone. McIntyre behind the net. Was going to reverse it, but took a check by McRae. Able to get it ahead. Now we got a Saint was upended. We're going to have a penalty coming up to the Stars for tripping. It's going to be Ashton Schimmel. 5:21 the time of the penalty. And the Saints back on the power play. Off the face-off control by the Saints. Buckland at the high point with a shot that's over the net. Emily backhands it out of the zone. And Buckland will chase it down back deep in his own end. With Sanders on the forecheck. Buckland behind the net. Now brings it out far side. Reverses it back behind the net for Thompson. Thompson skates it across. Avoids Sanders. Through center. Carries it into the Stars zone. Lost the puck. And it's hoisted up off the ductwork by Emily. Got a little too much loft on it. And hit the big ventilation that keeps things a little bit cool here at Line Creek Ice Arena. Quarter off the face-off with a shot. And that's gloved and held by Brace. So we'll line up again. It'll be Rouse Ocasio and Riggs taking the face-off. Stars win it. Schutzler clears off the stick of Buckland and out of the zone. A race for the puck. Buckland gets there first. Good forecheck by Spiker. Here's Buckland back into the Star zone. That hit the linesman. Down in the corner is Quarter. Had it knocked off his stick. And the Stars able to clear it. Down the ice, Spiker. Post leaves it there. Spiker came away with it. Threw it out in front. Here's a chance for Riggs. Riggs fanned on the shot. Spiker with a shot. And that's going to be held by Post, who had the corner and the angle. And a nice save by Post as the Stars putting a little pressure shorthanded. Good hustle down there by Jimmy Gorder on the forecheck to force the play and off the faceoff. It comes back to the point. Jensen throws it to the net. Save made by Post off the stick. Down in the corner, it's Riggs with it. Riggs back to Schutzler. Schutzler to Spiker. Spiker with a shot. And another save by Post. Puck along the boards. Kept in by Schutzler at the point. Schutzler stick handles it around. Schutzler, he with a shot. Another save. Schutzler cleans out one of the Saints, but the Saints come away with it. Here's Buckland up the right-hand side. Buckland lost an edge there. Hit there by Riggs as he was falling backward, and the Stars able to spin it out of the zone. Race for the puck. Schutzler is going to get there first with Payne. Now Payne doing a nice job, but Schutzler gets his stick on it. Payne comes away with it. Gorder also in on the forecheck. That's sent down, and that's going to be an icing call against the Saints with 2 seconds left on the Saints power play. Stars putting some pressure on the shorthanded. A couple shorthanded opportunities for the Stars. Schutzler, Riggs, Jensen, Spiker, all doing a very good job of not only killing the penalty, but creating some scoring opportunities. Off the face-off, the penalty's over. Stars back at full strength. Puck comes out of the zone, picked up by number 15. He'll throw it wide of the goal. The puck carries to the side of the net, paddled away by Brace. Now the puck ends up behind the goal. Stars trying to clear it. Emily will pick up the puck with a little bit of open ice. Flipped it ahead, intercepted. Oh, they're going to say that was onside. It looked like it came out of the zone. Here's a shot that's off the glass. Comes up far side. McIntyre pinching in. McIntyre with the puck. Plays it over to Buckland. His shot's off the glass. Whitehead around behind the net. Hicks spins it around. Thompson keeps it in at the point. Thompson shot along the ice. Save made by Brace. Puck in the corner. Buckland digs it out. Was going to try to stuff it in, but didn't have anything there. Now Morton comes away with it for the Stars. Morton's pass is intercepted by number 15. Throws it right out through the goal crease. Got through all the traffic to the corner. Stars not able to clear it. Whitehead had it. Now the Stars able to flip it out of the zone. Here's a race for the puck. Morton gets tied up. Morton tried to get the shot off, but a good defensive play by Payne to get him tied up. Good hustle by Morton on the play. Stars regroup. Jensen up to Swan. Here's Swan. Had it knocked off his stick. Chased it down behind the net. Swan then had it taken away by Thompson. Thompson up to Rouse Ocasio. Poked off his stick by McCray. But the Saints regain possession. Pass too far. Schimmel just came on the ice. Sends it back in. McIntyre picks it up there for the Saints. McIntyre's pass ahead to Rouse Ocasio. Good stick by Gorder to knock that away. Fight for the puck just outside the zone. Schimmel takes it in. And they're going to call the Stars for offsides. Puck came out, brought back in, and one of the Stars was still in the zone. So we'll have a face-off outside the Saints zone. 5:53 to play. Off the face-off controlled by the Saints. Played ahead to Rouse Ocasio into the zone. Tried to send it toward the net. That was blocked. The Stars not able to clear. And the puck will pop up over the glass over by the Stars bench. Poked ahead here. Sanders bouncing puck, couldn't control it. Sent back into the Stars zone. Now played ahead to McCray off his stick. McCray chased it down, poked ahead by the Saints. That's a Rouse Ocasio. Leaves it there for Porter, who runs into Rouse Ocasio. Schimmel comes away with it for the Stars. Several players digging at it. Wilson will come away with it for the Saints as he'll skate it behind his own net. Puts on the brakes, now plays it near side. Out of the zone, Schutzler with it. Across to Jensen. Jensen had trouble controlling it, had it taken away. Now here's a pass ahead to Rouse Ocasio, who flips it into the near side corner. Wilson and Jensen go into the boards. McCray in to help out. Loose puck picked up by the Stars. And now a race for the puck. It's Payne getting there first. Kept in by Schimmel. Schimmel down to Schutzler. Schutzler looking for a pass. Threw it right out in front. It was off the stick of Sanders. Schimmel tied up there. Sanders digs it out of the pile, but taken away by the Saints. Porter with it. Porter up the right-hand side. Porter into the zone, sends a shot. That's steered to the corner by Brace. Stars able to get it out of the zone, but McIntyre will pick up the puck there, send it in. That hit Riggs. Spiker there to pick up the carom. Spiker plays it off here. Gorder in. Gorder with a nice move. Gorder with a shot. Save made. Puck behind the net. Gorder had it momentarily, but now the Saints come away with it ahead to number 15. Had it taken away nicely by Emily. Puck still in the zone. Emily with it. Tried to throw it in the slot area for Gorder. He wasn't able to catch up to it. And the Saints bring it back out. Up the left-hand side. Here's Valentine. He got checked off the puck. McIntyre just outside the zone waiting for his Valentine to get onside. Now brings it in onside. McIntyre still with it. Had it knocked away by the Saints. Jones at the point. His shot was blocked. Here comes Gorder with it. Gorder looking for Riggs. Here's Riggs in all alone. Riggs to the backhand. Riggs. Whoa, and a nice save by Post. As Riggs he was getting tied up there. Didn't have a real clean look at it and had to take a tough angle. And Post was able to make the save. Puck sent in around behind the net. McIntyre with it. Under 3.5 to play in the game. Off the glass. Kept in by Hicks. He sent it in, but now the Saints will send it down. That's played by Brace. Behind the net. Hicks almost lost his balance, but recovers. Grant off his stick. Kept in by Whitehead. Hicks and Whitehead behind the net. Now it's putting up the boards. Payne pinching in for the Saints. Buckland also in there. L. Buckland plays it behind the net for his brother Jay Buckland. He takes a hit by Hicks. Now we got some pushing and shoving in front of the Stars bench. Saints come away with it. There's a nice check by the Stars. Grant tried to get it out of the zone. It's taken away. Bouncing puck. Now the Stars still not able to get it in the zone. It's chipped back in deep. The Stars having trouble get the puck out of the zone. Hicks takes one of the Saints into the board. Now things getting a little bit chippy. Here's Grant. He backhands it out. Tried to get it ahead for Morton, but Thompson was there. Morton doing a good job on the forecheck. Thompson, Grant able to get in. We'll send it back. We're down to 2 minutes to play in the game. Now played ahead. And sent back in. Picked up there by the Saints. Schimmel keeps it in. Here's Grant with it. Trying to get over the Schimmel. Schimmel got tied off the puck. Schimmel trying to get it back, but a couple of Saints there to clear it out of danger. Sanders with the turnover right in front of the net. His shot was deflected to the corner and sent the length of the ice. And that'll be an icing call. The faceoff will come back in the Saint zone with 1:35 to play. Off the face off the puck to the corner, taken there by the Saints. Almost turned over by Sanders, but here come the Saints back the other way, 3-on-2. Now they get back here. The shot that's off the glass. The puck caroms up. McCray has it there, had it taken away. McCray battling for it. Hicks in there for the Stars. Hicks comes away with it behind the net. Plays it up for Sanders. Sanders gets it ahead off the stick of Schimmel, but out of the zone. Back to center. Taken there by Hicks. Hicks off the boards from McCray. Tried to get it to Schimmel. He gets tied up right in front of there. The referee involved in the play. Not intentionally, obviously. Now the puck loose. It's picked up by Quarter. Had it taken away nicely by Sanders and cleared back out of the zone. Under a minute to play. Final 45 seconds of this game. Quarter. McCray tied up along the boards. Picked up by Quarter. Quarter for the Saints, but the Stars able to clear it. Now we got a race for the puck. That's Riggs down there. Riggs ties up the Saints player. Riggs getting tied up along the boards by a couple of Saints. We're down to 20 seconds. Here's Schimmel with it. Schimmel with a nice move, but had it knocked off his stick. A nice sweep check by one of the Saints, and they'll bring it back. Here's Wilson. Wilson tees one up. That was blocked. Wilson gets it again. Another block shot. Emily with a couple of nice block shots. Comes right out in front. Stars still can't clear it. Payne with it. Throws it to the net. Puck hit the side of the net. And the buzzer will sound, ending the game. And it looks like Emily was injured on the play. He's still down. But the game is over. Our final score from the Lion Creek Ice Arena, the Kansas City Stars 3, the Kansas City Saints 3. want to thank everyone for watching today's game. We'll post the replay here later so you can watch the replay if you want, or if you're watching the replay, thank you for tuning in. Stars will be in action next Friday night to take on the defending champion Kansas City Knights at KC Ice Arena at 8:30 p.m. If you can't catch the game live, be sure to watch it on YouTube, Kansas City Stars YouTube. Thanks again for watching. Once again, our final score, the Stars 3, the Saints 3. You've been watching Kansas City Stars High School Hockey.